everybody, and good afternoon to Sir JP. So we are here to conduct a short interview with one of the best assistant schools superintendent of Division of Laguna. So sir, for the first, you can introduce first yourself for us.
Opo, magandang hapon sir. Good afternoon everyone. I am JP Lopo, the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent of DepEd Laguna. Yun lang.
Okay po. So this is just a requirement sir for our subject in Education 612 entitled Advanced Property School Plan and Management. So for the first question sir, how can we optimize our school facilities to enhance student learning experiences?
So let's start with the premise na kapag maayos ang school facilities, if it's conducive to learning, then we can get better performance and better learning experiences. And to optimize that, it needs one, data-driven decision making as to what facilities are needed. Will this be enough or sufficient for the learners that we have in the school? Needs responsive, ibig sabihin ito'y tumutugon sa pangangailangan nila kung anong mga facilities ang dapat na meron ng isang paaralan. Medyo aminin natin in the context of the DepEd Public Schools, isa ito sa pinakamahirap ma-achieve na maging ma-optimize, maging conducive. Number one, because of the limitation of resources. Number two, isang factor din yung limitation in terms of the area na pagtatayuan ng mga kinakailangang mga facilities, rooms, equipment na meron na kailangan mabisa, maayos ang pagpaplano, kailangan mabigyan ng sapat na pondo, at kailangan makatugon sa requirements ng batas na meron tayo plus yung DepEd issuances para fully ma-maximize natin or ma-optimize natin yung school facilities. I'll get into details sa mga susunod ko sigurong questions tungkol dito sa area.
Thank you so much sir. Sir, for our next question, so question number 2, what measure can be taken to ensure the safety and security of students and staff within the school premises?
Sa ating Basic Education Development Plan, matatandaan natin na isa sa mga pillars ay well-being and resilience of learners. So kailangan talaga nating mapahalagahan at mapangalagaan ang safety and security of our learners. Kasama rin sa matatag agenda ng ating Vice President and current Secretary of the Department of Education yung take steps to accelerate the delivery of basic education services kasama ng facilities para sa ating mga kabataan. At ang mga measures nga na kasama dito ay working both on the physical and doon sa emotional part or side. Doon sa physical, kailangan ang mga measures na binibigay natin dito, yung layout ng school that is physically conducive to learning. Pangalawa, yung presence ng iba't ibang parang ancillary or functional services na meron tayong school clinic, meron tayong guidance office, meron tayong para sa mga mental and emotional health issues na areas and programs para dyan. So apart from the physical layout, ito naman yung sa other side, meron tayo kasing policy sa DepEd yung child-friendly school system. So may mga components yan na dapat ma-meet ang certain levels and targets ng mga school so that we'll be able to ensure that the school is really attending to the needs of the learners. So kumbaga maramdaman nila na ang kanilang pagpasok, pagpamamalagi sa paaralan, that they are safe, that they are secured, kasama na ang ating mga teachers and personnel. So na-highlight ito, na-heighten ito nung panahon ng pandemic, no, na very cautious tayo sa lahat ng mga bagay, na may alcohol dispenser dito at doon, yung ating mga electric fans are available, lalo na ngayon na mainit ang panahon. Yung ating mga medical and health kits available in the school, at iba pang mga programa at mga gawain na makakatulong para ma-ensure natin that these things are available for our learners.
Okay, sir, thank you very much for your answer. Okay, sir, for our third and final question, what strategies can be implemented to promote sustainability and eco-friendliness within our school environment?
Meron tayong tinatawag na Verde framework, parang green framework na nakapaloob sa DepEd Educational Facilities Manual, at tinitingnan dito yung iba-ibang aspeto, yung ergonomics, even the color. Kaya ganyan ang colors ng mga buildings natin and classrooms sa DepEd. Yung DepEd green, hindi ko masyadong gamay ko anong tawag doon sa magka-green na yun.
Beige, parang beige.
Tapos yung beige naman yung sa walls. Lahat ng mga bagay na ito ay pinag-usapan in terms of the science of architecture and building construction. Binuo ito ng DepEd kasama ang iba't ibang mga ahensya para sundin yung mga specifications. Kagaya sa classroom na 9x7 ang sukat, kasi binilang na at kinompute kung ano yung safe, maluwag, or conducive para sa mga bata at sa mga teachers. Unfortunately pa rin, nangyayari minsan pagdating sa budget, no, minsan pagdating din sa mga gumagawa ng mga buildings, kasi iba-iba ang pinanggagalingan. Merong DepEd projects through the DPWH, meron namang sa local governments, meron naman from the donors and sponsors. Kaya one of the strategies is for us to be able to follow what's indicated in the guidelines. Kasi kapag hindi na natin nasunod yun, physically pa lang, hindi na maayos, hindi na conducive to learning. So, everything will follow. Kapag ang physical layout ng surrounding ay hindi maayos at hindi conducive, susunod na yung utak, susunod na yung pakiramdam. So, all else will fail kapag ang isang aspect ng programa o ng dapat na maibigay sa ating mga kabataan ay hindi na nasunod. So that's one strategy to be able to comply with the existing rules and regulations, the mandates or the issuances of the Department of Education in terms of how the physical plant and facilities will be constructed or will be provided to the learners. Yun yung sa physical, no? Other strategies would also always, it would always mean collaboration among DepEd internal stakeholders and external stakeholders to make sure that there are facilities and there are opportunities that can serve best our learners. Kasi kadalasan, dahil nga kanina nabanggit ko na yung budget ng DepEd ay kulang, so kung walang support from the external partners, kagaya ng local government, kagaya ng mga non-government organizations, ng ibang private institutions, and even personalities, no, kasama rin dito yung mga interest groups, yung mga tinatawag nating mga civil society organizations. Mahirap din na ma-put up ang ibang mga facilities and ma-provide ang ibang mga equipment, kasi nga nagre-rely lang tayo kung ano yung nasa MOOE, ano yung allowable doon. Minsan kahit allowed, kulang naman yung pera mo kasi kukonti ang mga estudyante. Minsan naman hindi mo pwedeng gastosan o pondohan ng isang bagay kasi lampas naman yon sa cap na pwedeng bigyan ng budget. So para din ma-ensure natin yung eco-friendliness and sustainability, kailangan din na minamatch kung ano yung mga facilities sa pinagagawa natin, yung yari, yung forma, yung structure doon sa pangangailangan ng present time. Kasi di ba dati yung mga light materials okay lang, Pero ngayon, dapat kasi resilient ito to typhoons, resilient ito sa earthquake, and that would necessitate additional funding or budget, and that would also include siguro yung mas mahabang panahon ng paggawa, yung klase ng mga materials. Given the context natin dito sa DepEd Laguna, nag-iikot tayo ng mga last mile schools, no? Iba-iba yung pangangailangan, iba-iba yung mga konteksto ng mga lugar na meron tayo. Minsan, pag malayo, mahal din yung cost ng pagpapagawa. Kaya isa din yun sa mga factors na tinitingnan natin. Yung sustainability is an issue, no, kahit saang bagay, hindi lang sa physical layout or sa physical plant and facilities, kasi nga kadalasan doon tayo sa agad-agad maibigay na without considering na will this last long or will it serve its purpose now and until the time na kailangan pa ito. Kasi nga, kailangan na o siya, gawin na yan. O, ito na, ganyan yan. Tapos yung kailangan din siguro nito, yung extensive and intensive monitoring. Hindi lang after, kasi while constructing, while providing all these facilities and services, kasi pag kulang ang monitoring and evaluation, kadalasan hindi mahusay or mainam ang mga pagkakagawa. Kaya mapapansin natin ang ating mga DepEd buildings, no, 1 year pa lang na turnover, sira-sira na, maraming cracks. In fact, nakapunta ako sa isang school na yung floor mismo para siyang brittle na, para siyang sand na. Kaya yan, yung mga bagay na yan, medyo issue din pagdating sa physical plant and facility. Kasi alam naman natin sa DepEd, yung pagka minor repair, less than 50,000. More than that, it's a major repair na, and the school cannot do that anymore. So kaya medyo mahirap.
Thank you very much, sir, for your response to questions. Probably for the last time, can you give us an advice for us, especially aspiring to course students? What can you advise or probably insight that you give to us?
It's very important that you talk about these things in your classes, given that you are the ones in the field and seeing and experiencing all these contexts. With the mere collaborations and sharings that you are conducting in your classes, you'll be able to see and figure out ano ba talaga ang dapat, anong mga maganda, ano ang dapat na meron, ano ang dapat na inuuna, ano ang dapat na napoprovide natin sa ating mga learners, so that we make sure na these are all contributory to better learning outcomes and better learning experiences. So sa akin, dahil nga kadalasan, as I said, kahit na in the minds, alam nyo na ito ang maganda, ito ang dapat, pero we are hindered by the truths, the actual scenario. Siguro ang makikita natin dito, as you lead the schools, as you take part in the leadership role, unti-unti ma-direct natin yung ating attention, yung ating actions to what should be done, what is ideal, what is conducive, and most likely and most probably ang pinakamahalaga dito, what's in the issuances, the laws, the DepEd orders na dapat natin masunod. Kung kulang man yung ibang aspeto, kagaya nga ng financial aspect, nagagawa ng paraan sa ibang mechanism, sa ibang strategies. All you need to do is to go out of the box, go beyond the box, and see outside kung anong pwede. Hindi naman sa, kumbaga kasi ang ibang naisip nila, dinatna na nila sa school, eto na yon, so wala na kaming magagawa dito. Tapos ang sinasabi pa, you focus more on the curriculum implementation, pero hindi kasi dapat nagmamatch yung mga bagay na yun. So ang masasuggest ko siguro sa inyo is to go beyond what's what's available, think of ways as to how you can contribute with the help of DepEd, with the help of the government institutions, with the help of partners, para yung ibang kulang, missing, not available, o wala talaga sa ating mga paaralan, ay unti-unti, one step at a time, magawa natin ang paraan. Kasi kapag if we take small actions and we put them together, that's going to be a great effort to the institution or to the school that we're serving.
Sir, thank you very much.